I'm not going to restrict his speech. First of all, my congratulations to Manoj on this particular exhibition and kind of a landmark of 1 decade of activity in the world of art. We are meeting at a time when the entire economic scenario is one of depression. This is not necessarily a bad thing. Our economy, including the art market, has become overheated. The result was we passed through a situation where the artists and the gallery owners thought and did nothing else except to talk of money and not of art. I am putting it very bluntly. The time of depression or recession, what you call it, is also a time of introspection. For the artist, it's an important opportunity to return to his work rather than concentrate on the market. As we all know, all creative people, be that writer, be that a filmmaker, or be that a painter, they have to cultivate 2 conflicting qualities. One is the quality to flow with the world and absorb the influences from the world. The other is to cultivate a still center from which all creativity springs. My impression is that in the last 2 years or so, there was more of flow with the world, but the still center had been lost. And this was reflected in the works of even so-called big artists. There was an internal quality which makes a work lasting, which had disappeared, and we were catering basically to the market. This is also an opportunity for those who collect art for the joy of the art and not for investment to come forward and purchase paintings, to acquire them, and to have the pleasure of savoring them in their private moments. So it's not entirely a bad thing. I can see this in the work of Mr. Aggarwal, if I may refer to him as Mr. Aggarwal. I have not had the opportunity of following his work over the years, but I have seen it earlier, and I can see that there is a new maturity. When he came to deliver a copy of the catalogue to me, I mentioned that I can see a parallel between his work and that of Sudhir Patwardhan. And he's frankly admitted, yes, there is. And he is very fond of Sudhir Patwardhan. I have followed Sudhir's work for almost 2 decades, from the time that he started working. There is a return to the human figure, which is extremely important in our times. We have been lost in the path of abstraction. The abstraction, the step towards abstraction comes when we acquire mastery over the figurative art. Those people who indulge in abstraction, non-cognitive, non-objective painting, those are quite often, pardon my saying, are somewhat escapist. They haven't acquired the art of painting, and therefore they doodle with paint. My words might sound very brutal, but I am very, very impressed by the fact that at least here is a painter who in these times is strongly rooted in life and is concentrating on the figurative work to improve or to achieve the mastery over the art of drawing, painting, and so on and so forth before he moves to abstraction. Abstraction is inherent in art. You cannot capture reality on a canvas. It's not possible. Reality is not only 3-dimensional, it is multi-dimensional. When you transfer that reality onto a canvas, you automatically take a step towards abstraction. But abstraction for its own sake, for an artist, unless he's of the stature of Akbar Padamsee and a few others whom I could name at this occasion, Abstraction is very difficult to make it meaningful. I have deviated from my promise. I have no intention of delivering a speech, but a few thoughts. Thank you very much for asking me to inaugurate this show. It has been a great pleasure, and I wish you the very best.